Everyone, welcome back to another episode of the 5 and 20 podcast, where we have at least another 5 questions in 20 something minutes. I'm your host, Joshua Miller, and this time we're taking a deeper dive into the design process, more on the front of the house side. Our guest is Harry Catalano, Regional Manager of Education Partnerships with AmTab. If you haven't heard of AmTab already, which I'm sure you have if you're in the K-12 world, if you haven't, you definitely should have. However, they also do work in the college and university world, not only helping you with designing those spaces, but also providing the manufacturing behind it and furnishing them. So definitely a lot of value with streamlining those processes there for you. So if you're looking to learn more on how to elevate those spaces, make sure you stick around for the value that's going to be dropped in this episode. Harry, thank you for joining in on this episode with me and the audience here to talk about this front of the house aspect, the aesthetics, the atmosphere that all the students are diving into. However, before we get started, icebreaker question. I usually ask, what is your guilty pleasure or snack? However, I'm going to switch it up and ask you, what's your favorite restaurant?
Oh man, that's a tough one, Josh. Well, for starters, thank you so much for having me on here. I've listened to a few of your podcasts previously, a few of your episodes, and they've been great. So
Awesome.
we're really excited for this episode together. My favorite restaurant, I have to say, so there's a pizza place in downtown Park City on Main Street or off of Main Street. It's called Devanza's. I have to say that growing up, we used to take a trip out to Park City in Utah, and that Devon's place it's some fire pizza, man. It's awesome.
What? I'm definitely all about pizza. I'm ready to start traveling myself. So I'm in upstate New York. However, obviously I've had the New York City pizza, and I'm told
Oh,
Connecticut has some pizza to die for as well. So
that's what I've heard.
yeah, yeah,
Sally's
yeah,
down there. I've heard it's
exactly.
unbelievable.
And remind me again, what area are you in?
So I'm based in Charlotte, North Carolina, but I cover from Maine to Florida for AmTab. So I'm the regional manager of education partnerships for us.
Nice, very large area. All right.
Yeah.
Also, well, diving more into that, tell us a little bit about yourself and who AmTab is.
Yeah, so I started with AmTab about 3 years ago. I initially started as the international education manager and then moved to the Pacific Northwest. Was doing that for about a year and a half, and then they moved me to the Northeast, and eventually I got promoted to eventually covering managing the eastern half of the United States, specifically the East Coast. What AmTab does is we're a K through 12 manufacturer. We're really known for our dining common space. We've jumped into the signage, graphics, decor, and the learning environment space over these past couple years. We really strive to make learning environments, dining common spaces more modern, popular, and fun together.
Awesome.
We
Yeah.
work, yeah, so we work hand in hand with the nutrition professionals across the country and try to make them their spaces into something less institutional, more food court, more of a food court basis or a food court feel.
Very cool, very cool. And one thing I love about you guys is one thing I think finance and procurement people would love is that you guys do more than just the cafeteria, the dining areas. You also do pretty much everything for the classrooms to the auditoriums. So you can help streamline the procurement process, throwing that in there as another added bonus for anyone that's interested in that.
Absolutely, one-stop shop.
Exactly, exactly. So why don't you tell us, so in terms of like the actual dining space, why is it worth investing in upgrading the furniture and the signage in that space?
So, really, the three or four components that AmTab strives on every single product we push out the door: quality, durability, ease of operation, and then the final one. Those three add up to the value of your investment, and that's what we strive to for these school nutrition professionals. We work hand in hand with them to really have a return on investment of their purchase. We recently did a case study for King County Middle School in Mercer County, Kentucky. So a little statistics about that case study. So before modernization with AmTab, 159 students participated in breakfast. 412 participated in lunch. After the modernization with AMTAB, 336 students participated in the breakfast program, which 536 students participated in the lunch program. I know that's just numbers, but the real financial impact that made on the district was the school nutrition director was receiving an additional $19,800 per month
Wow.
due to the increase of student participation, which is a huge financial impact for the district. So we really, really work hand in hand with these school nutrition professionals to really strive to have a return of their investment.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I have to say, on the website, the AmTab website, when I'm going through some of those modernization slider photos, I'm
Oh,
like
those are
double
great.
taking. I'm like, is that even the same building, let alone the same room? So you guys definitely do a great job with just making these spaces beautiful. And male participation, as you said, is very, very important in both worlds. I mean, yes, college and universities, it's not as financially driven in terms of raising those numbers, but they have to add that value to the students. And that's why you
Absolutely.
want to see those male participation numbers go up.
Yep.
So, in terms of functionality and aesthetics, there seems to be some cool things that you guys are doing with being able to balance that in your design of the products and the spaces. How are you guys able to accomplish that?
So what we do is we take the seating capacity and we either meet it or exceed that seating capacity. We don't do the whole institutional rectangle stool tables, rectangle bench tables. We put a variety of furniture. We do 100% of our product in house. So we manufacture it. We get our steel from the Rust Belt. We get our lumber from the Pacific Northwest and the Southeast. So we make 100% of the product in our 400,000 square foot facility in Bensonville, Illinois. So basing all of that off of us, the customization is endless. So we don't strive to have these institutional looks that that they had in the previous years of this industry. We strive to have more of a modern, popular, and fun type of environment for these kids, for these
Nice.
students.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can only imagine that charging ports are becoming more and more important in in the
Oh yeah,
design
man.
process.
Yeah, gotta make sure you got that USB-C charging port as well.
Exactly, exactly. Which goes back, especially a building that's being, or a dining hall that's being, taken down to like the studs, basically getting the electricity in the right places so you can actually have that a part of it. So if it's important for you to have, that almost comforting and the functionality with it being able to charge your personal devices, that's definitely something that I'm a fan of.
Yep.
However, totally unrelated story. I was at another dining hall last week, and beautiful, beautiful. It's actually up for actually a design award. Beautiful space, front and back, and it was interesting because if you look at the seating that they had in there, it was it seemed almost as an afterthought, right? Like it was like hard, clunky, but then they explained it was very intentional, which sometimes it is. They want to make sure that students can keep coming in, and in order to do that, they need them to leave. So they didn't put any soft seating in. They put the most
Yep.
uncomfortable chairs in, so that they can churn out more students in that same
Oh,
dining
traffic
space.
flow is essential, man. It's essential in these spaces.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like the booths versus no booths discussion, right?
Absolutely.
So, can you discuss? Are there any like recent trends or innovations that are in the cafeteria furniture space or signage space? And I'm sure if anyone would know, it would be AmTab here.
Yeah. So one thing that we've actually been seeing over these past couple of years is the increase of branding
Mm,
in spaces. So whether it be signage, graphics, and decor, logos on the walls, we can do any kind of word graphics, acoustics. Those have been huge these past couple of years. Or it can be the furniture, whether it be more vibrant colors or doing the branding for their school logo on the tables or, etc. It really brings the students together as a family. That's what we strive to as well. We really want to bring these students together, bring in school spirit, school pride, and make the space a great environment because these students can't choose where they eat. Well, why don't we
Hmm.
bring the food court to them? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And, you know, one easy fluff. So let's say someone, has nice, beautiful furniture. I feel like in a few years, they could even say, you know what, we want to do a refresh in this space. And it could be as simple as the signage and the wall graphics. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be like you have to start from scratch with all the furniture all over again.
That's
And,
right. Yeah, so we actually recommend, if you don't have the budget to do all these, the full package, the full furniture, signage, graphics, decor, everything. We recommend doing the furniture one year and then coming back and doing the signage and graphics the following year and maximizing the space.
That's a very good point. Sometimes it's smarter to do slow changes and not
Right.
everything all at once. Sometimes it
Yep.
makes sense to do it all at once. Sometimes
Yeah.
it doesn't. So that's good to throw in that flexible option for people. You don't have to take it all on at the same time.
That's
And,
right.
and the acoustics, oh my goodness, that is such a nightmare when it's an afterthought. And you go into a space and everyone's talking at the same time and you can't hear yourself think because they're not too many hard surfaces and nothing to absorb any of that sound reflection.
Absolutely.
So, what considerations are taken? So, I know you guys do a lot of work with the K-12 space. In terms of college and universities, what considerations do you guys take into that? Any special ones?
Not really. I mean, more like, so there's definitely a different feel for, K-12 and higher ed.
Yep.
And we've actually seen some of these high schools kind of moving towards the trending higher ed furniture. So whether it be like a high top waterfall conversation table or a bistro table standing height, kind of just like moving away from the traditional rectangle stool, like I said, or convertible bench type of flow, moving in towards like a variety of furniture, whether it be soft seating, conversation tables, collaboration tables, so etc.
Nice. And collaboration tables, can you elaborate on that a little bit more? What
So,
is that for anyone that doesn't know?
so a collaboration table is a table that we actually launched. It's a 4 stool table that can come with a power accessibility. We can put a butcher block top on there. And the stools are actually easily stored. So you lift up on the stool and it rests right in underneath the tabletop. It's really neat.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah. Again, I mean, I looked at your catalog and it's hundreds of pages long, and I'm like, wow,
Oh,
so
dude, I
many
think
options.
I'm pretty sure we have like 25,000 SKUs now.
Yeah, yeah,
When
it's
I started, it
overwhelming.
was like, I think 3,000. So that just shows you how much we're growing.
Yeah, yeah, that's amazing. You have something for everyone at that point.
Oh, I believe we're the most innovative uh, manufacturer in the industry.
For sure,
We
for
gotta
sure.
be.
From my perspective, that is absolutely true.
Right.
All right. So going into our next question here, you guys have a lot of accomplishments on your webpage. I see, things are made in the USA, limited lifetime warranty, ADA
Not
compliance
just
is an
not just
option.
limited. So we have
Oh
a
yeah.
limited lifetime warranty.
Oh,
So
okay.
we
So
have
even better.
it's the best in the industry.
You're protecting the investment, and this is
That's
a
right.
heavy, heavy investment for
That's
sure.
right.
And then
So
you also have a MAS certified green certification. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
yeah, so we in this modern day age, we strive to be the best product. We also try to be the cleanest product.
And so essentially, you're helping with that sustainability factor and the health of the actual space itself, making sure we're not putting in all these unnecessary, crazy chemicals and whatnot
Yeah, no
into the
chemicals
products.
whatsoever. It's such a clean product.
Yeah, that's very, very important to me for sure,
Yep,
especially as we go more and more and people are becoming more educated about these things that are out there and wanting to make sure that they're putting in the right products in these schools.
that's right. Especially in this modern day age, man, you
Yeah,
can't beat that.
absolutely. So speaking of, protecting the investment, so everything does have a lifetime to a useful lifetime. So in terms of, AmTap furniture, if someone's saying, they're trying to convince someone maybe we should make this investment, what should they be telling them? Should they be telling them, hey, this is going to, make our space upgraded for the next 5 years? Is it 8 years, 10 years? Like what is it? Are we talking about
So
investing in?
typically, like what we see, or the average life of a cafeteria table would be 10 to 15 years. So our warranty is actually a limited lifetime warranty. So
Okay.
what that is a lifetime warranty on all of our Dynarock Edge, which is our polyurethane sprayed on edge. our weldings, and we do a 360 weld on all of our welds, so no shortcuts are taken.
Nice.
And we also do a lifetime warranty on all of our operating mechanisms. So, and then the rest of the table is covered by a 15-year bumper to bumper warranty.
Wow. That is protection for sure. Protecting your investment. That's a long term investment. That's
Oh yeah,
definitely
man.
worth it.
But like I said, we typically see the average life of a cafeteria table would be about 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, and I mean, just the warranty alone, it should encourage people to say, "Hey, maybe we should look into this further." Because if I'm a huge fan of best warranties because that tells us that the quality of the product that you're putting out, whether it is tables and whatnot, or if it's a cooking equipment,
Oh,
if a
absolutely.
manufacturer is giving you a very extended warranty that's surpassing their competitors, that tells you something about the quality of it for sure.
Yeah,
So
man.
I will
And
absolutely take you up on that.
just to elaborate on that, we have the best engineering team in the industry as well. The product design that we have, I mean, I think our lead design or our lead engineer was on a Navy ship for 20 years, and he has like about 30 patents under his name. I mean, he's a literal
What?
genius. So,
Wow.
I mean, no shortcuts are taken, especially with our owner Doss, working hand in hand with him. Our general manager Steve, our production lead Jason Sammy Canoe. I mean, no shortcuts are taken whatsoever.
I love hearing those background nuggets of information about
Yeah,
what's happening in the background, and the engineering is absolutely an important aspect of what you guys are doing.
yeah, man.
So when you guys go in to look at these different cafeterias, they're looking to work with AmTab
Yeah.
and bring you guys in for the designing and furnishing of it. What are some of the biggest pitfalls that you see, like the common mistakes that you're seeing with the current dining area setup that you guys come in and fix?
Yeah. So, the biggest pitfall I see is, like I said, the old institutional look of the whole black diner rock, gray nebula, the black edge or the gray nebula top with the black stools and it's all a very institutional look, blah, like a little, plain, and it looks terrible. It looks
Yeah.
terrible. I mean, I hate to say that, but I mean, we strive to make the best and the most elaborate product. We strive to make every single one of our projects more modern, popular, and fun. More modern, popular, and fun environment.
Yeah, that's so important. I've seen some very very outdated spaces in my career, and
They're just so
it's
blah. You know, I hate to
you
say that, but it's
couldn't
just like,
say it any better.
yeah,
It's black, and sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes the front of the house is gorgeous and beautiful, and then you go in the back and like the
I
equipment
know.
is like falling off the hinges. So it's like
Yep,
finding that balance between both. You got to invest in both for sure.
that's right.
Try to keep everyone happy, but that's a conversation for another time.
Right.
So let's talk a little bit more about the innovative side of AmTab. What are some of the features of your products or the options that you guys have that other manufacturers are not doing?
Yeah, man. So we actually launched our new high-speed gas cylinder this 2024 Q1.
Mm,
What that is a new hydraulic system for all of our folding tables. It's the slickest in the industry. A lot of these other industry manufacturers are using the strut or the torsion bar, or vice versa,
mhm.
so on and so forth. We launched our high speed gas cylinder just to make everything a lot easier. We have a lifetime warranty on that as well.
Awesome, and that's making it easier for them to.
Lift up the table, put it down on the table. It makes the custodian's life a lot easier, or the cafeteria staff, just making their lives a lot easier.
Yeah, and that's one thing I've noticed is that option because if there's like a certain room or area, maybe it is the entire cafeteria where they need to flip that for other events and they need to put away the tables and the chairs. I see that you guys design them so that it is super easy to do.
Yeah, like I said in the beginning of the podcast, we strive for all of our products to be the most quality products, the most durable products, the easiest to operate, and adding up to those three is the return of your investment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so great. Thank you, Harry, for coming in on this episode. Can you let everyone know where can they go to connect with you or learn more about AmTab?
Yeah, please connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm Harrison or Harry Catalano, or visit our website www.amtab.com. Please sign up for our partner resources. It's in the top right corner of the website. Our marketing manager Connor Doyle has done a great job with with the website and configuring everything. Applause to him. But we have a great rock star team at AmTab. We're the most innovative company in the industry. We're rocking and rolling. We'd love to be a part of your future projects in the industry, to all you nutrition professionals out there.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Harry, for taking the time to come on
Thanks,
this
Josh.
episode and add some value to the audience. Hopefully, they've learned something they didn't know, even if they have heard of you guys before. And if
Yeah.
they haven't heard of you, hopefully, they're checking you guys out for their next project. And I thank you and the entire AmTab team. What you guys are doing is nothing short of remarkable. You are ambassadors for the remarkable academic food service industry. And I thank you guys for doing that and continuing to do it.
No, we appreciate you, Josh. You're, a forerunner in this industry as well with this podcast. This is awesome. So we really
Absolutely.
sincerely appreciate you having us on here.
I appreciate you taking the time, and I'm learning as I go here, so it's
Yeah.
getting better. Hopefully, if anyone's still listening to this episode, that means I must be doing something right.
That's right.
All right, everyone, thank you for tuning in for another episode with us. And again, hopefully, you got some value out of this. And until next time, I'm your host, Joshua Miller, signing off.
See y'all.